Brigadier General Randy Warm, Dr. Mark Ward, Peter Smith, Jesse James, distinguished guests, cadets, family, and friends. Good afternoon, and welcome to the University of Dubuque's 2016 award ceremony and commissioning ceremony. Would you please rise for the posting of the colors and the playing of our national anthem? Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing while Cadet Riley gives the invocation.
Good afternoon. Let us pray. Gracious God, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for all the love you give us. May you please be with these cadets as they make their way to becoming officers, and be with us each and every day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, family, friends, and alumni, welcome, and thank you for attending today's award ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Keith, Professor of Military Science, and Master Sergeant James Dyer, Senior Military Instructor. Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Keith and Master Sergeant Dyer will be presenting the awards to the recipients.
Before we start the official ceremonies here, as far as the awards, I want to thank everyone for being here. We got folks coming throughout the entire country. We got some folks from Italy here this morning. So everybody come here to celebrate our cadets and our soon-to-be cadets. And just, it's a phenomenal day where the Army is lucky to have this next set of lieutenants and have these cadets recognize the work that they've done over the past year. We have seen our cadets participate in multiple events, whether it's Ranger Challenge at the task force level, where our women's team won the task force, basically between Nebraska, the state of Iowa, and Kansas. We've had our leadership development exercises, both semesters. We've had mountain and marathon, mountains, and rucksacks through the Appalachia here in Tennessee. Just an incredible year of accomplishments. You gotta understand, these cadets are doing this while excelling at their academics. Okay? That's a And just to think, and we also have a lot of collegiate athletes. We got a lot of people that are leaders within their ministries, participation in clubs, but balance that and excel in every aspect as a scholar, athlete, leader. It's just incredible. And we're going to start today's ceremony recognizing those cadets and what they accomplished this past year. And it's a great opportunity to come celebrate that. And then we'll transition into celebrating the soon-to-be lieutenants in the United States Army.
Okay, so the first award to be presented is the Department of the Army Superior Cadet Award. This award is presented annually to an outstanding ROTC cadet in each year of military and science instruction. Will the following cadets please come forward? Cadet Alexis DeKaiser, Cadet Anthony Reed, Cadet Austin George, and Cadet Paul Beard. The freshman recipient is Cadet Alexis DeKaiser, who demonstrates qualities of leadership in all scholastic and extracurricular activities. She demonstrated excellence and completed volunteer hours throughout the year. Cadet Alexis DeKaiser is also known for excelling as a freshman in physical fitness. The sophomore recipient, Cadet Anthony Reed, who sets the example daily as a scholar and leader. Cadet Reed currently has an outstanding GPA. He is at physical training daily, and his determination and motivation are contagious. He has participated in the Mountain Man Marathon, Ranger Challenge, and Ranger Buddy Challenge, and various other events. The junior recipient is Cadet Austin George, who demonstrates outstanding performance in and out of his leadership positions. He has an exceptional GPA, and he continually spearheads rigorous physical training and demonstrates a genuine enthusiasm to serve as an officer in the United States Army. And lastly, the senior recipient is Cadet Beard, who has successfully managed the demands of ROTC, family, and his commitment to the Iowa National Guard while maintaining an exceptional GPA and high level of physical fitness. Cadet Beard's incredible performance led to a selection as the Cadet Battalion Commander for the spring semester, where he oversaw planning and execution of all ROTC training events. He emulates the Army values and warrior ethos in his daily life. So the next award presented is the AUSA Military History Award. 2 books entitled Tip of the Spear and Then Came the Fire are presented to an outstanding cadet for excellence in the study of military history. This year's recipient is Cadet Keegan Jacobson, who is majoring in criminal justice. He is very knowledgeable in political and military history.
Outstanding. Doesn't he look smart?
The next award is the Association of the United States Army Certificate of Commendation presented to the ROTC cadet who has distinguished themselves by exhibiting strong personal traits such as leadership potential, motivation, ambition, and distinct aptitude to serve their country in the future as an officer in the United States Army. The recipient of this award is Cadet Caitlin Velsvag, who demonstrated exceptional leadership and a high degree of competence and teamwork throughout her MS3 year.
Cadet Velsvag will be heading to Fort Knox here soon and do great work. And then come back for senior year and lead.
The next award is the Veterans of Foreign Wars Award. To present this award will be Sergeant Major Retired Goebel of Post 9663. The recipient of this award is Cadet Ray Lewis. Cadet Lewis excelled in all ROTC-related activities in and out of his leadership positions. He demonstrates high morale, character, and displayed a never-quit attitude while persevering all year long. The next award is the Military Officers Association Award. The recipient of this award is Cadet Stephen Ajay, who demonstrated exceptional leadership throughout his MS3 year. Cadet Ajay has participated in the Mountain Man Ruck March, Ranger Challenge, and Ranger Buddy Challenge this year.
Outstanding.
Now is the American Legion Award. To present this award is Mick Lucy and Jim Miller, the American Legion. Will the following cadets please come forward? Cadet John McCloy, Cadet Aaron Cram, Cadet Oliver Newton. Cadet John McCloy's excellence performance has earned him the American Legion General Military Excellence Award, Gold. He skillfully balanced the demands of the Cadet Battalion S3 for the MS-1s, his scholastic requirements, and continuous participation in multiple ROTC activities to include. Cadet Aaron Cram's excellence performance has earned her the American Legion General Military Excellence Award, Silver. Cadet Aaron Cram has demonstrated exceptional leadership and a high degree of competence and teamwork throughout her MS3 year. And lastly, Cadet Oliver Newton is awarded the American Legion Scholastic Excellence Award, Gold. Cadet Oliver Newton has maintained a high cumulative GPA while earning a chemistry major, serving as a Cadet Sergeant Major and participating in multiple ROTC activities. His performance has distinguished him as a true scholar, athlete, and leader. The next award is the Society of the War of 1812. The recipient of this award is Cadet Adam Wright, who joined the ROTC program his freshman year and immediately displayed the Army value of integrity and has always displayed the highest morale character of the MS2 class. Cadet Wright's high moral character will guide him to success. The next award is the Sons of the Union Veterans of Civil War. The recipient of this award is Cadet Jordan Hamling, who demonstrated scholastic and military excellence, which inspired leadership development throughout his MS2 year. The next award is the National Sojourners Award. The purpose of the award is to recognize the cadet who contributed the most to encourage and demonstrate Americanism within the Corps of Cadets or on and off campus. The recipient of this award is Cadet Anthony Reed, who recently made the commitment to contract into the program. The next award is the Reserve Officers Association Award. Will the following cadets please come forward? Cadet Paul Beard, Cadet Michael Cassahine. Cadet Paul Beard receives the Gold Award. He receives this award for his unmatched performance in ROTC and his studies. He recognizes as the can-do cadet who completes any task with little guidance. Cadet Beard's dedication to the program, the university, and the community are unmatched. Cadet Michael Cassahine receives the Bronze Award. He has continued to excel in his ROTC activities and scholastic endeavors, maintaining a superb GPA. Next award is the Daughters of the Founders and Patriot of the American Award. The recipient of this award is Cadet Bailey Ovenshire. She is a natural leader. She participated in the Ranger Challenge competition, German Armed Forces Proficiency Badge, and Ranger Buddy Challenge. The next award is the Sons of the American Revolution Award. This award is presented annually to a cadet in recognition of outstanding service as a cadet in the Reserve Officer Training Corps. The recipient of this award is Cadet Colton Solzner for recognition of outstanding leadership qualities, military bearing, and excellence, thus exemplifying the high ideals and principles which motivated and sustained our patriot ancestors. Next award is Military Order of the Purple Heart. This award is presented to a cadet for exemplary leadership demonstrated while enrolled in a senior reserve officer training corps. The recipient of this award is Cadet Austin George. He is enrolled at the University of Dubuque for exemplary leadership.
Again, he's going to, he'll be one of those top cadets at summer. Your performance here at Dubuque. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to recognize the cadets who scored a 300 or above on their final PT test. So will the following cadets, you're already standing, so why don't you guys come to the front when I call your name. Cadet Aquino, Boateng, Sukeli, Beard, George, Newton, Afasu, Fain, Paddock, Cassahine, Cram, and Conkright.
So if you're not familiar with the Army Physical Fitness Test, there's quite a few folks in here that are. We're talking, probably 80-something push-ups, talking 80 to 90 sit-ups per minute. We're looking at probably a 6 to 7 minute mile pace per mile. And I know, 300 is maximum, but all these cadets are actually on the scale, on the extended scale. We're seeing scores of 330, 340, 350 range. So outstanding work.
Now we'd like to recognize the cadets who made Dean's List in the previous semester, so fall semester. So if your name is called, will you please come up to the front? Cadet Ajay, DeKaiser, Anthony Reed, Beard, Johnston, Smyers, Conkright, George, McCloy, Caitlin Velzvag, Cram, Hamilton, Paddock, and Sergeant First Class Sturdivant.
All right.
The next award is the Cadet of the Semester Award. Cadets were nominated by their instructors and evaluated by the upperclassmen. The Cadet of the Semester must be knowledgeable in the following areas: current events, uniforms, leadership, chain of command, Army history, drill and ceremony, first aid, customs and courtesies, and physical fitness. The Cadet of the Semester competes against other cadets from the class and other military science classes. There is a winner from the freshman, sophomore, and junior class, and an overall winner. Will the following cadets please come forward? The freshman class winner is Cadet Colton Solzner. The sophomore class winner is Cadet Anthony Reed. The junior class winner is Cadet Aaron Cram.
Starting to see some repeat offenders up here.
Okay, now would Cadet Beard please come forward? Cadet Beard will be receiving the award for a distinguished military graduate.
There's only one thing from ROTC that follows you for the rest of your career. Besides your mission. Okay? Off the record brief, there's only one thing on there that can ever recognize you, and it's called DMG. That's the one thing. And there's only, this is the top 20% in the nation. Okay? There's 5,350 officers commissioned every year. The top 20% are recognized as a military graduate. And I cannot think of anybody better than you here. Outstanding.
Now I'd like to invite Colonel Solzner up front to present the plaque for the Mountain Man March that took place this spring semester.
Today, on behalf of the Iowa National Guard and General Orr, I'd like to present this. Everybody understood the 26.2 mile march through the mountains that they did. The winner for the Esprit Accord Award is Christopher Hasbrock. Is that not right?
The award was in his name. Yeah, the award was in his name.
This is who the award honors, I guess. These are the ones who competed in. There's no Christopher.
So, this is why you do rehearsals, I guess. First of all, Christopher Hasbrock, I think, is the memorial person that they do the march for every year. This award is actually presented to the University of Dubuque ROTC program. So, my bad there.
All right, outstanding. Cool.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And now, before we conclude the award ceremony, the MS4 class would like to present a farewell gift to our cadre members. Would Cadet LeGrand and Cadet Beard please come to the front to present the class gifts?
Thank you, Cadet Hune. At this time, Cadet LeGrand and I would like to invite Mr. Dan Camiller, Sergeant First Class Wesley Sturdivant, Major Clayton Degenhart, and Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Keith to come to this side, please. Sirs, Sergeant, on behalf of the MS4 class, we'd like to present each of you with one of these Native American-themed folding knives. Each knife is characterized by one of 4 different Native American spirit animals: the eagle, the wolf, the bear, and the buck.
So the first award, or the first knife goes to Mr. Camiller. And the saying goes is this: the appearance of the eagle can indicate a pivotal life change or a fresh start or beginning. Eagle energy can give you the confidence and awareness to transition smoothly to a higher level. This spirit can also indicate a leap of faith. Conversely, the eagle can signify escapism from an unpleasant reality, castles in the sky, arrogance, or unrealistic goals. It can warn of illusions of deception. From day one, for each cadet that enters the ROTC program here at UD, Mr. Camilla provided us all with excuse my French, but a no BS assessment of what to expect, the rewards that come with ROTC, and the opportunities of pursuing a career within the United States Army. In recognition of his mentorship and the memories of numerous Eagle decorations displayed in his office, the MS4 class would like to present Mr. Camiller with the Eagle knife.
Cool.
Okay, so the next knife goes to Sergeant First Class Sturdivant. What the saying goes is, the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. The wolf symbolizes sharp intelligence, appetite for freedom, expression of strong instincts, and above all, loyalty to the pack. Sergeant First Class Sturdivant has been there for us every step of the way, exemplifying loyalty and providing us with his experience and strong instincts, which was oftentimes just good old common sense that us officers tend to overlook every now and again when we focus on our good ideas. Additionally, we like to recognize Sergeant Sturdivant for his intelligence. Many of you may not know this, but Sergeant Sturdivant is also a student here at UD pursuing a bachelor's degree in business, and we want to congratulate him for making the Dean's List this year. With that, Sergeant First Class Sturdivant, the MS4 class would like to present you with a wolf knife. The next knife goes to Major Degenhart. The bear spirit guides us to take leadership in our life or in other people's lives. This animal is feared and admired for its strength. Its presence commands respect. Its strength and powerful stature will inspire you to step into a leadership role in your life and take action without fear. An intimidating but well-respected leader, Major Degenhart has instilled in us the gravity and importance of our roles and the responsibilities we face as officers in the U.S. Army. The MS4 class would like to present Major Clayton Degenhart with the bear knife. And the last knife goes to Lieutenant Colonel Keith. This knife is the buck knife. When a buck appears, you are on notice to be vigilant and to stretch your limits. Do not accept the status quo, but rather be cognizant of your abilities and become more than you believe you are capable of. The buck is calculated in its endeavors and accepts prudent risk. Be patient with the present, know that the future holds possibilities that you may not yet be able to see. The MS4 class would like to present Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Keith with the buck knife for continuously challenging us all and developing us into young leaders. We were all excited for what our futures hold and the opportunities we will have as the officers in the United States Army.
Okay, so this now concludes our award ceremony, and we'll be moving into the 2016 commissioning ceremony. The purpose of today's ceremony is to bestow upon 11 young cadets their commissions as second lieutenants in the United States Army. As they accept their commissions, it will extend the number of lieutenants commissioned through the University of Dubuque ROTC program to 96. I would now like to invite Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Keith to the stand as he introduces our guest speaker.
General Worm, Dr. Ward, Vice President Smith, Sergeant Major retired, Jesse James, family members, friends, just what an incredible day. And I want to thank everybody for being here today. And today we have a great opportunity to hear from a wonderful leader this morning, Brigadier General Randy Worm, who's born in Waterloo, Iowa, and a graduate at East Waterloo High School. He enlisted in the Iowa Army National Guard while working at John Deere in 1980. After attending basic training and advanced individual training at Fort Rucker, his first assignment was a scout helicopter repair with the 1st Squadron, 194th Cav of the Iowa Army National Guard. He was an enlisted soldier for almost 3 years and commissioned through the Officer Candidate School at Camp Dodge in June of 1983. General Worm has commanded at the platoon, company, battalion, and brigade level. He most recently commanded the 671st Troop Command, Iowa Army National Guard. He currently serves as the Deputy Commanding General Sustainment and has been in that position since August of 2013. General Worm received a Bachelor of Arts degree in German and Business from the University of Northern Iowa in 1988. And in 2007, he was awarded a Master's degree in Strategic Studies from the U.S. Army War College. His military schools include the Armored Cavalry Officer School, Army Aviator School, the Aviation Safety Officer course, multiple aviation courses. So it looks like you fly every airframe, basically. And he is a graduate of the Combined Armed Staff Course, Command General Staff College, and the U.S. Army War College. General Worm's military awards include the Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star, Meritorious Service Medal with 2 bronze oak leaf clusters, the Air Medal, and multiple awards, too numerous to mention here. General Worm is married to Christy Worm, and they have 3 children, son Zachary, Yancey, and daughter Whitney. They have 4 grandchildren, and they reside in Parkview, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm welcome for our guest speaker, Brigadier General Randy Worm.
Well, good morning, distinguished guests, visitors, cadets, future graduates, family, and friends. I guess it's fitting that you're starting your career, and I will probably be ending mine, I don't know when, hopefully a couple more years. But anyway, it's been a long time if you added that up, 35 years in the military. So that's a long time. I've got to see a lot of stuff. Well, first, let me congratulate you on being commissioned as second lieutenants in our Army, active, guard, and reserve. I imagine that you've had plenty of leadership courses. You've studied lots of leaders. I don't see any notebooks and pens, so I imagine there's nothing profound that I'm going to say today that you need to write down. So, took me a little while to get here. If anybody needs a tour of Northern Dubuque, I will be hosting those after I speak, after the ceremony here. But beautiful campus, beautiful day, and a great opportunity to have the sun shine on you and do this. So I'm not going to rehash Leadership 101. I'm going to talk about my observations in 35 years in the Army and today's challenges. Now I know why my boss has an aide. Everyone's heard the joke by the lieutenant. It's been my experience. But I see most of you, or a good share of you, have been in the military for a while. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. The Army I came up early on was a no-mistake Army. If you made a mistake, you could probably kiss your career goodbye. The leadership in the United States Army has changed. Listen to the NCO leadership, and I see part of your faculty contains NCOs. Outstanding people, the most outstanding NCO corps in the world. They run the Army. They let us hang around in it and pretend we're in charge, but the NCOs run the Army, okay? They make it happen day to day, year to year. They see us come, they see us go. Put your faith in them and develop a relationship with those NCOs that you'll work with. Know your people. The best thing you can do as a lieutenant, most of you will probably end up as platoon leaders, is to know the people that you serve. And I call it servant leadership. Yeah, I'm in charge, but it's my job to guide and resource those people so that we can be successful at whatever we do. Build your style. I have had the pleasure of working for many outstanding people on active duty and in the Guard, and professionals out in the business world. And I don't change who I am, but I see those things that have made people successful, and I take a little bit of that and I make it mine to make me a better officer, a better person, father, husband, just a good citizen all around. So build your leadership style. I also observe the bad. There's a lot of bad. You'll see it. Hopefully you're not one of them that you don't want to serve with, you don't want to work for. They're out there. You can also fashion your style from what you don't like. One thing, do we have any warrant officers in the crowd? Okay, good. I won't get in trouble. Keep an eye on the warrant officer who says, especially the young one, watch this. It's probably an aviation joke, and maybe one of you will understand it. Okay, everything we do, we accomplish with people. Our soldiers are our greatest asset. If we make better soldiers, we make better units. That's just a fact. That's how it turns out. Good teams do good things. The issues we have in the Army, and we've seen that after 15 years of war, is the toxic leader. And the Army has addressed it. If you read the Army Times, you read stuff that comes out of the U.S. Army War College, the toxic leader. I am important. I am talented. I have authority to use. I will succeed, or you will be punished. You will be a part of my team. I will motivate you. Did you notice it all started with I? How about everyone is important, we just have different jobs. My unit trusts that I am competent at what I do to lead them. I use my authority when necessary. I use my vision for direction. We will work together to reach goals. Everyone pulls on the rope. I will inspire, there's an I word, I will inspire others to accomplish the mission. People flourish when they're treated with respect and dignity, and a team culture wins. I've seen it in a CONUS Army during peacetime. I've seen it on the battlefield. And I've talked to those who have served multiple times. Teams win. Not being toxic doesn't mean you're soft. A leader still instills discipline, ensures health and fitness of soldiers, enforces standards, and builds professionalism. We are a professional Army. If you make this your career, that's your profession. Be proud of it. Punish when appropriate. Once in a while, you got to show your fangs to everybody that you have them. In private works, that's the best time to punish. Seek first to understand and then be understood. I think that's a quote from the Bible. I hear many leaders use that, but if you listen to that, seek first to understand and then be understood. Good words to live by. Okay, my observations in 35 years: treat others as you want to be treated. That's pretty good. If I don't want to be beat upon, yelled at, there are other ways to motivate people. Your return is what you invest in your soldiers. If they know you're in and out, you don't show much care or value for what they are, you don't get anything back. Manage by walking around. We're in the computer generation, we're in the cell phone generation. Pull away, take the time. It puts a burden on you to expend your time to go out and meet the people who work for you. That means you're going to be in there late at night doing the stuff that you should have been doing during the day, but you invested in people. That investment will return. Affix ownership. Encourage and enable creativity. I don't have all the answers because I don't know all the questions. I have to rely on the creativity, the intelligence, the diversity of my team to make it better. And that's been at every level I have been at. Everyone has something to contribute. If they don't, once in a while we have to pull a weed and have the courage to do that. The weakest link will break. There's another fact. It will break. That person that we did not train to a standard, that we didn't hold somebody responsible to ensure that they pulled on the rope as part of the team, it will fail. And it'll probably fail when you can least afford it. Coach and mentor. As officers, that's your job. Even though you're second lieutenants, you still have a vast background, diversity, and knowledge to share with everybody. You're part of that team that brings an outstanding element to it to make it better. Set the example. I learned this when I was an enlisted soldier. Staff Sergeant Lostamato was my drill sergeant way back in basic training. I still remember his name. He was a Hawaiian and probably the meanest individual I ever met in the Army. And it was constant critique from everything from strings hanging off your uniform to the way you presented yourself in front of others. People look at what you do. Don't ever forget that. If you take a shortcut, you can bet that somebody standing right over there, just look what I saw the lieutenant do. And that became the standard, or that became that excuse when they start to parrot what you do as they follow you because you're a leader. Everyone's looking, from the top on down too. As a senior officer, we watch those above us so we can gauge and best put you in the best position to do the best for the Army, but also to decide who is going to be rewarded and who we will thank and send them on their way. Use us and we, not I and me. Respect others, accept responsibility. We as leaders, and you'll find out, you can't be everywhere, you can't know everything that's going on. But if it happens under your watch, it happened under your watch. I can't say that my platoon sergeant allowed that to happen. We know it did, but it happened under my watch, and you accept that. Don't blame others for the actions of the people who work for you. Praise and recognize. We give out awards in the Army. We give out coins. We do all kinds of things to acknowledge outstanding behavior of the individuals that work for us. But I have found nothing better than a sincere handshake, a hand on the shoulder, and a look in the eye saying, "Thank you, you did outstanding." That means something to people. Develop a personal philosophy. Let people know what you like, what you don't like. Post it on the bulletin board. As a company commander, you will do that. My command philosophy, how I communicate, what you can expect of me and what I expect of you. And this is how my unit will function. Very important to let people know what you're about so they can perform. Remember, bad things happen to good people. Everyone who's deployed has an experience of losing good people, a friend. That's the way it goes in the military. That is our job. But not only in a combat theater, but also out on the street right out here today, on any Army post and any National Guard's camp, people get hurt through no fault of their own. It's your job to provide guidance and wisdom and leadership during these hard times because the mission still has to be accomplished. Okay? We can't just sit around and feel sorry for ourselves. Somebody has to push forward. Your optimism and your enthusiasm are combat multipliers. Never forget, your attitude will set the tone for everything that goes on. 5:30, we're out there, we're starting PT, and if you're dragging and you're sulking and you just don't want to be there, everybody knows it. So why should they be? Being tactically proficient is an ethical obligation. All of the people sitting behind you have somebody that loves them. And they've entrusted that son and daughter to you to lead and to take care of. And if you're not proficient at your job, how can you take care of their needs to train, house, maintain physical fitness so we can go do what the military's asked to do? You owe it to the people sitting behind you, to your soldiers, and to yourself. Be tactically proficient. Okay, now a little bit about our challenges. Every generation has their challenges. Never forget, our soldiers come from our society. We would love to believe that everybody who joins the military is of high moral fiber, an outstanding citizen, they want to serve. We're just a crosshatch of society. You are on the front line as a platoon leader, hopefully a company commander after that, to deal with the issues we have in the Army. Sexual assault and harassment, 15 years at war. You hear about it on TV. Our elected officials talk about it all the time. We have programs in the military. The big thing is we've opened up most of our jobs now to females. More females joining our ranks. It's no longer the boys' club. It never was the boys' club. The military is not a place for predators to prey on your fellow soldier. We don't do that to people that we're going to rely on one day to do the right thing that could save our lives and others. You have to watch this. How do we get to these places? Alcohol. After duty hours, you have to be aware of what's going on in your organization. You can't be divorced from it. Suicide, another big thing we're having in the military. People making a permanent decision or solution to a temporary problem. But to them, it's real. And I've gotten to speak in front of groups of suicide parents, family, and friends, and we just don't know why it happens. It's a big deal in the military, bigger than it ever was. Keep track of your people. Drinking and drugs. Every time I turn on the TV, watch a sporting event, alcohol commercials. There's a place and a time for everything. Off-duty activities, as I said. Soldiers die. I get a report every day of soldiers who are killed throughout our Army, no matter where they're at. We have very few combat losses. We have a lot of losses. Cars, motorcycles, recreational vehicles, drowning. It's happening everywhere. Watch and care for your people. Physical fitness and weight control. It's a big issue in the Army. When I came in, you know, most of us had played sports or we could knock out the PT test. Congratulations to you 300-plussers. That's an outstanding accomplishment. As I've gotten older, the standards become less and less, so, it's easier for me to brag, but I'm not doing what you're doing anymore. But it's a problem in the military. We have remedial PT. There are people that are graduating from basic training that haven't passed a PT test. That's reality. Here's another reality. Cell phones. We are enlisting people and we are losing them out of the military because of the anxiety they have of being separated from contact with the rest of the world. So in basic, when you're asked to put your phone away, they quit. I want out of the Army. I can't take it. I have to have my constant companion. It's the way it is. We have homosexuals serving in our ranks. When I was growing up, we know who they were. They did a great job, so who cares? Okay? We have to protect everybody's right. As I said, we'll have more females in our ranks. In the infantry, big change for people. They're already graduating females from the Ranger School. You will see more females performing and doing things that they've never done before. Fully capable, because they meet a standard, and they need to be afforded the respect that anyone would, regardless of who it is wearing that rank. We have a diverse Army, and we need to recognize it. So, I'll wrap this up. You're tired of listening to me? I want to thank you for your hard work. It's outstanding, all the awards that are presented. You'll go on and do great things wherever you choose to serve. I want to thank the people sitting behind you for showing up. That's outstanding that everybody came here today to watch what's going on. The people sitting up here can't do it without your support. They really can't. I wish you the best, and remember, the Army is what you make it. So as I said, I'll be guiding tours in the north part of Dubuque here after we are complete, but I greatly appreciate the opportunity to speak here. It makes me feel good to see outstanding young people, the outstanding cadre I see up here, and University of Dubuque. Go team. Thank you.
Thank you, General Warren, for your keen insight. As a token of our appreciation, Cadet Beard would like to present you with a coin for being our guest speaker and for your support of the UNI and our ROTC program. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, these cadets have put in countless hours of training and preparation for this eventful day. Please feel free to come forward and take pictures as you wish, and we indoctrinate these commissionees into the Army. Would the commissionees please rise and come forward to take your oath of office?
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Have been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States in the grade of second lieutenant. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without mental reservations or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God. Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Congratulations, you can return to your seats. General Warm and Dr. Ward, would you join us up front to present their certificates to the lieutenants as they come up front? I would now like to individually introduce the members of the spring 2016 commissioning class in conjunction with the traditional pinning of the bars. At this time, the second lieutenants will also receive their commissioning documents and exit through the traditional arch of sabers. After passing through the arch, they will receive their first hand salute from a non-commissioned officer who has influenced them throughout their ROTC career. They will present that non-commissioned officer with a silver dollar. Second Lieutenant John Aquino. Lieutenant Aquino is from Fort Hood, Texas. He majored in exercise science and wellness with a minor in military science. He is branching active duty engineer. To pin on his bars are his grandmother, Luz Toledo, and his mother, Jean Sabal. Giving Lieutenant Aquino his first salute is Sergeant First Class Sturdivant.
Congratulations. A lot of great things.
Second Lieutenant Paul Beard. Lieutenant Paul Beard is from Davenport, Iowa. He majored in aviation management with a minor in flight operation, business, and military science. He's branching aviation with the Iowa National Guard. Pinning on his bars are his wife, Angela Beard, his mother, Mariah Beard, and his father, Richard Beard. Giving Lieutenant Beard his first salute is his son, Caden Beard, accompanied by Petty Officer Second Class Stephen Beard, his brother. Second Lieutenant Charles Boateng. Second Lieutenant Charles Boateng is from Fort Hood, Texas. He majored in exercise science and wellness with a minor in military history. He's branching active duty field artillery. Pinning on his bars are his father, Sergeant First Class Seth Boateng, and a friend, Cadet Xavier Davis. Giving Lieutenant Boateng his first salute, Sergeant First Class Seth Boateng. Second Lieutenant Jacob Conkright. Lieutenant Conkright is from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He majored in marketing and has a minor in military science. He is branching active duty infantry. Pinning on his bars are his father, Colonel Darren Conkright, and his mother, Lori Conkright, along with his wife, Shannon Conkright. Giving Lieutenant his first salute is Sergeant First Class Sturdivant. Is that bad luck?
Congratulations. Well, great things.
Second Lieutenant John Fain. Lieutenant Fain is from Morehead City, North Carolina. He majored in criminal justice, has a minor in military science. He's branching active duty quartermaster. Pinning on his bars are his grandpa, Sergeant John Mason Rollo, and his father, Sergeant Michael Leroy Fain. Giving Lieutenant Fain his first salute is his father, Michael Leroy Fain. Second Lieutenant Brooke Fangman. Lieutenant Fangman is from Dyersville, Iowa. She majored in exercise science and wellness with a minor in military history. She's branching medical service with the Iowa National Guard. Pinning on her bars are her mother, Linda Fangman, and her father, Mark Baker. Giving Lieutenant Fangman her first salute, Staff Sergeant Stephen Frankie.
Great things.
Second Lieutenant Luke LeGrand. Lieutenant LeGrand is from Galena, Illinois. He has a major in military science and a minor in aviation management. He's branching aviation with the Iowa National Guard. Pinning on his bars are Lieutenant Colonel Lauren LeGrand, his father, and his mother, Laura LeGrand, and his sister, Lindsay LeGrand. Giving Lieutenant LeGrand his first salute, Sergeant Jordan Ellsbury. Second Lieutenant John McCloy. Lieutenant McCloy is from DeWitt, Iowa. He majored in computer information technology and digital forensics with a minor in military science and business. He's branching military intelligence, active duty. Pinning on his bars are his wife, Laura McCloy. Giving Lieutenant McCloy his first salute, Sergeant First Class Sturdivant. Second Lieutenant Oliver Newton. Lieutenant Newton is from Geneseo, Illinois. He majored in chemistry with an emphasis in pre-professional health. And a minor in military science, he's branching active duty engineer. Pinning on his bars are his father, Jeff Newton, and his mother, Kendra Newton. Giving Lieutenant his first salute, Sergeant First Class Benjamin Sleaford.
Congratulations. Great things in the Army.
Second Lieutenant Juliana Popel. Lieutenant Popel is from Killeen, Texas. She majored in criminal justice with a minor in military science. She's branching medical service with the Iowa National Guard. Pinning on her bars are her mother, Chung Soon Popel, and her sister, Sarah Lynn Chung Popel. Giving Lieutenant Popel her first salute, Sergeant First Class Sturdivant. Second Lieutenant Dustin Smyers. Lieutenant Smyers is from Pasadena, Texas. He majored in aviation management with a minor in military science. He is branching quartermaster with the Texas National Guard. Pinning on his bars are his mother, Brandy Vandenhole, and his father, Brad Vandenhole. Giving Lieutenant Smyers his first salute, Master Sergeant Joseph Benjamin Horn III. Let's have a round of applause for the class of 2016. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we leave, Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Keith would like to give a speech.
First of all, thank you, all distinguished guests, family, and friends here today. I really want to, the veterans organizations that were here today, you saw during the award ceremony, they're here supporting the program, and that's part of your heritage. They laid the foundation of freedom for us to be able to go to school here, to earn our commission. And one day, you will be a veteran. And you'll look back on your time in the Army and all your successes through all the hard work that your soldiers did for you. So take this opportunity to thank the veterans here, thank your families, and those organizations. It's important to be a member of those organizations to continue that lineage and support that they provide to those that are currently serving and those who have served, okay? And thank your families. I want to thank the families here today. These are incredible officers, incredible lieutenants, and I know they would not be here today if it wasn't for your love, your care, and probably a few kicks in the butt to make sure they got through the days. I want to thank the families. These lieutenants epitomize the Army values and a hard work ethic. And they know what it takes to be a servant leader. Didn't mean to steal that from your speech, sir. Moms and dads, grandparents, and yes, even some siblings, thank you. Because again, they would not be the officers they are today without your hard work. Now, lieutenants, trust. It's the foundation. It's a foundation that you must develop, sustain, and guard against all temptations. Trust takes a long time to earn. However, it can be lost in seconds. As an officer and leader, your soldiers will have implicit trust in you. But they will watch you closely and emulate your behavior and ethic. The character of oneself is not what you do when others see you, but what you do when no one is looking. It's up to you to build the trust in your team and the trust with your larger organization, and ultimately the Army. Our nation has entrusted their sons and daughters to you. They trust you will train them well and accomplish the mission, because by taking care of your soldiers, the mission will be accomplished. America trusts you. They know that you will run into danger, chaos, and whatever you're called upon to do. You'll run into this uncertainty and bring hope, peace, and secure our freedom as a nation. I know that our Army is in good hands as these lieutenants are entrusted with the mantle of leadership of our soldiers. Good luck in your careers, Godspeed, and I see you in the high ground. Malone Lave. Ooh.
Please. Yeah.
One last cue. Can I have the members of the Iowa National Guard, my new lieutenants in the Iowa National Guard, come step forward? Okay. General Warren, you wanted to do the oath of office?
Okay. Do you have it?
Oh, no. All right. What? What's that?
All right.
Of the Iowa National Guard? No. Oh, sorry, sir.
That's okay.
That's fine. But we do want to recognize the future leaders in the Iowa National Guard and your deputy commander here. So thank you. Have a seat.
Will you please stand for the playing of the Army song? Please be seated. Now I'd like to call Cadet Riley up for the benediction.
Let us pray. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. In Jesus' name, amen.
So that concludes our commissioning and award ceremony. For photo opportunities, we're not going to retire the colors until everybody departs. So feel free to take pictures with the newly commissioned lieutenants. At 1300, there'll be refreshments at the American Legion, and then food will be served at 1400. Thank you.